off on that one, and he might have just won the game for him.
Alright, we are live. Hello everyone. I do apologize for the delay. Had some technical difficulties with the internet, but I got everything resolved and we are live. Well, it's good to see you all here. Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday to all of you. It's about almost 10:30 here on the East Coast, so I'm about 30 minutes, almost 30 minutes late, but hey, I'm here. So we're going to go ahead and get this game started. Going to be playing Atlanta at San Francisco tonight, and I am going to be San Fran. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hello, Mo Chronic. Good to see ya. Thank you for the drive-by like. You have a great stream, sir. I'll try my best for you.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Desmond Ridder and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
And they'll begin by running the option. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Purdy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Second and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ready, break.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's going to be taken down.
Hello, boss.
Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield.
How you doing?
They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer call is accepted in this officiating.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Any friends here with this crowd?
Yeah, we all know that everyone accused the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're
You're well.
Administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First and goal from the 6. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
All right.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails,
So it's good to see everybody here. Hope you're all doing well.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
Having a great day today. Did some organizing in the studio. Kind of catching up on some streams. Wasn't very too productive today. Just a chill day.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And Deebo going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to midfield. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. On first down, this is McCaffrey.
Nobody home, all the way home.
Down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. And even 50 yards for Christian McCaffrey. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First down, here's Ritter. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Ritter headed right off the option and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. McCaffrey running up the middle. And a solid run down inside the 30. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. 2nd and 7. Purdy looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big time
that was fun
on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Let's go. Black 40.
On first down, Ritter. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Second down and a run by Robinson.
All right, there we go. Come on.
Yeah, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They need 2. Here's third down.
So what's new? How's everyone doing?
That is caught. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Move the chains.
I do apologize for being late tonight. Had some internet connection issues.
Midway point in quarter 1. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Now a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Ritter. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
But when you go on the road, you're hoping to make plays that will take the crowd out of the game. I think that's a pretty good example right there.
Yeah, a break like that never hurts, especially in the first quarter. Maybe help to set the tone a little bit.
Could settle them down, get them into the game a little bit easier without that crowd really being against them.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 73 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down.
Starting to think maybe 10 o'clock is a popular nighttime stream. Time to go live. Seems like everybody's live at the same time when I go live.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam,
but you never know.
Vision and get open. But when you're throwing down,
I know I'm 30
like
minutes late. That's
big, tall receiver
another factor tonight. But it's okay.
Above the net and get it.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
Here we go. Nice. Touchdown.
It's caught. It's a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 44 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. And they go with McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Ritter has it knocked down. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Ritter. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Ritter and London team up there. 1st down, Atlanta.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ritter now. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked off by Fred Warner. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. Evades the tackler, and now some space. 78 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Throwing here, Purdy. And it's caught by Jennings. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Ritter back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
This 2nd and 4. Ritter to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Ritter.
Hello, Joseph Grove. Hello, Adam. Good to see you all here. Hope you guys are doing well.
Defense blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. This is taken at the 10.
Appreciate you all tuning in tonight.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
Might as well just keep it on the ground at this point.
The ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Purdy bootlegging it.
Yep, that's what we'll do. Why not? Gosh darn it.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15.
We're just going to keep on the ground from now on.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Of course, that's my own fault. I'll take the blame. It's my fault.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's all right.
Mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Ritter here on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Robinson. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Coup for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown.
Welcome back, Joseph. How you doing?
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And SanFransico gets set to go here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll be out right at the 35.
93 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
All right. Come on. So how you doing, Joseph?
And that flag accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll go on the ground. Fights him off. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
N.O.R.A's doing good. You're tired today. Yeah, I'm a little tired myself.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
But it's expected.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here now, 2nd and 4. And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. He's going to keep this again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about.
Seems like everybody's tired on Sundays. Or Mondays, depending on where you are.
And across the goal
Nice.
line, into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to add on to that lead.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's
Alright, let's get this 2-point conversion done.
How tough he can be to stop near the goal line, and he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Go.
And he got
Nope.
it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 2-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They begin the drive with Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ritter will set up to throw it. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw
to Jefferson on the slant.
and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move.
Hello, Dave and Wolfie. Good to see you. Good to see everybody here. Thank you all for tuning in tonight.
Ritter now on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Hope you guys are doing well.
Running between the tackles.
If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you are doing well. Have an amazing day.
14 yards there, and a
It's good seeing you all here.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Eating ice cream? What type of ice cream are you eating? I want ice cream.
Jefferson the target.
Yeah, that's good for a
I'll trade you pizza for ice cream.
It'll be second down.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this
Interesting.
down to the 10. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Vanilla with vanilla wafers. Dave.
And man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. They like going to him in the
Sounds delicious. I hope you enjoy.
Under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case,
and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the 2nd time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
More. You talk about fantasy a lot, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You know,
I'm not good enough to play in a fantasy game. I enjoy watching you do it.
You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have grip.
And got his man.
There we go.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down.
Nice catch.
Big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Purdy. And for the 4th time
seriously,
tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation and making those types of throws.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I tried for you.
You've got to be precise with
I'm sorry.
Down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Short throw caught by Pitts. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 2nd down, Ritter. Oh, he tried to
there we go.
The
much better. Go.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
McCaffrey on the counter.
There we go.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's a 2nd and 5. McCaffrey running up the middle. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 14. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
That 1st down. There we go. All right, 1st and 10.
Before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
We're just going to keep on the ground.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
I don't know what I just did.
And now we
I don't
won't
like
see
that.
A play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Don't be pushing. No, don't be pushing buttons now.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Just get it in.
The offense here not budging.
Come on, you can do it.
For it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. Jake Moody now for the point after. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that drive 7 plays in length. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call.
All right, come on, D. Get that ball back.
How you show your team that you're still with it and how you continue to lead.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Patterson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Ritter from the gun. Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line. And caught by London. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Second and 5. Back to throw again. Sets up the screen to Robinson. He's got room at the 30. Still going. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They give him a gain of 38.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Robinson looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second down throw coming for Ritter. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right?
Hello, Megan. How you doing?
That's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case,
I'm doing okay. Good to see you.
For the rest of the game.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Hope your day was good. It's kind of a quiet night tonight.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
I don't know why, though. I might have to change my streaming schedule.
Wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown
I know
Orlando.
it's late. I know it's a Sunday night.
Halftime report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He's up over 100 yards rushing for the game already, and he scored 3 times as well, as they went to him early and often, and with good reason.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. But I'm doing good.
Glad that everybody's coming in and saying hello. Just passing that like button, sharing it out.
Doubled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver.
That's all that matters.
Downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him
yeah,
back
it's been quiet all weekend. I take it.
Will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Escaping the pressure right.
Smart decision by Ritter, sliding down, and he's got the first.
A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the
I might have to change it up a little bit.
A step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, "Where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball?"
Sam, I am.
Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
People are like, what are you talking about, N.O.R.A? Oh, you know, I'm just doing my usual.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw.
Well, this is
there we go.
They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 41. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line. The drive will start with an option going left.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And they'll accept that penalty. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everybody's here.
Purdy looking to throw.
Thank you all for tuning in and watching the replay.
For Jennings. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
I know it's when I play Fortnite, I get more of a turnout.
And it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Makes things interesting.
These defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I mean, I do like playing Madden, but I know not everybody likes football, which is understandable.
What do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I don't know what to do anymore.
They'll set up a throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
Nice, get him.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
4th and 16.
Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's a 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. He'll return it from the 6. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Niners set to take over on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches, don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house.
I see an interception. Nope.
For his offensive teammates. The worst
Gotta do better. Come on. Come on, dude.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
500,000 people are watching me right now. I wish.
Birdie now to throw off the play action.
There we go. That's interference.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional.
I'm joking.
Have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
I'm just N.O.R.A.
Forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey.
There we go.
Into the end zone. It's a
nice
49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 6-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
I appreciate you guys for being here. Luther King supporting the channel.
And the last play on the drive,
and if you'd like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't be afraid, and feel free to say hello. Playing a little bit of Madden tonight. I am San Francisco tonight. Hopefully we can win this game tonight.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Set. Black. 95.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
On first down, Ritter. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
57's mic. Rock 57.
To the air again, it's Ritter. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Robinson with another carry. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. Samuel going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's the option. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ready. 52 blue.
Going play action. Ritter. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Robinson on a give right side.
Nobody there. Come on, dude.
Touchdown!
Wow.
Falcons.
All right.
Bijan Robinson, 35 yards. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Purdy now to throw.
I don't know what to do.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
31-36. Come on, N.O.R.A. Come on.
That one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first.
4th and 3rd. Get the first down.
10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run.
It'd be nice to get that first down. That's all I need right now. 27 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. All right, there's a first down. Awesome. let the clock run down to the fourth quarter, and then we'll continue with the game.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We're still alive.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA
You gotta do better.
Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. In motion right, Debo. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy.
Looking deep for Jennings. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Purdy now on third and goal. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Falcons will get it first and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Falcons first and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 15.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Ritter. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Ritter now. Short throw caught by Pitts.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Here's Bradley Pena now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Really? Seriously, dude? We don't need any more penalties. Come on.
So they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender.
That was a costly holding.
And you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Nice.
They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
All right.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Do that again.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Purdy. This one caught by
Beautiful.
Kittle.
Go.
And they're going to have this across
Beautiful.
midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And a good quarterback.
Okay, it's 1st and 10.
Just a little bit of time to survey the scene. That's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick
one more
them
time.
apart because
Why not?
he'll have all that time to find someone open
Come on.
downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50.
All right.
Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
Okay, you gotta catch the ball, dude. Gotta catch the ball. Alright, we're gonna keep on the ground. Since we cannot catch the ball, we're gonna keep on the ground, get the 1st down. Why not? Too many costly mistakes tonight.
Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10.
No, you gotta run, dude. You gotta run.
Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
You gotta run like your life depends on it.
Brings up 4th.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And partner, I think the more you see him play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
2nd down and 3. Ritter to throw it.
Into the hands of London. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Ritter on 1st and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Ritter back to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Ritter. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And this will remain a 5-point game. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Purdy. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. David Onyemata, his 2nd sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been stymied left and right, converted only 1 time. This will be 3rd and forever. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be stopped right there at the 31. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that's going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. The Falcons ready to take over. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. A quick throw there is incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Ritter off the play fake. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. Being chased out left. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Back to throw, Ritter. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. Ritter will throw for it. Steps away to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. On 1st down, it's Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Ready, blue 32.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
What a call there on third down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a first down, but it's a big play to boot.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Running the counter, Patterson. And past the 30 down to about the 27.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.
Well, I don't know. Could have done better. But, alright guys, I'm going to go on and call the stream. You guys have a good night. Take care. Much love. We'll do it again tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But you guys have a good night. Take care. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone.